In this Buzz tutorial, we're going to go over how to create groups within your Buzz course, and we're also going to show you how to assign or modify assignments that you have created in Buzz for those groups. The first thing, you need to be in your teacher app, so when you look up in the upper left corner, please make sure it says Teacher App. Next, you're going to go find the course you would like to create the groups in. I'm going to create my groups in my course, English, Miss Prince. I'm going to click on the pencil to go into the Buzz editor. Once I'm in the Buzz editor, I'm going to go up to my upper right corner here and I'm going to click on my white wrench. And I'm going to go down to where it says Manage Groupings. It's going to ask me to add a group, so I'm going to click on the hyperlink to add a group. Now, you can create groups any way you wish to. Normally, when a teacher is utilizing Buzz, we ask them to create one course, and then we ask them to create groups for each period they teach to group the students according to their periods. This is a little different than you're used to with some other systems where you may create a classroom for each period you teach. In this case, however, we're going to create groups for each period. So I can call this my period 3 class. Now I have the choice to do a targeted number of students per group or a fixed number of groups. Because I'm creating my whole entire period course, I'm going to say I want a fixed number of groups. My number of group, I want it to be 1 because I only teach period 3 once. Under group assignment, you have all of these different options. I like to usually choose none because that way I have control over who goes into period 3 and who does not. So I'm going to click Generate, and here's my period 3 right here. So now I can go through and I can click the students who are in my period 3 group. Once I'm done, I'm going to press Save. Now I'm going to go back, go to Add Groupings. This time this is going to be my period 4 class. Again, under Group Creation Method, I'm going to say Fixed Number of Groups. I want 1 group, and I want my group assignment to still be none. And then I'm going to select Generate. So here's my period 4. So now I'm just going to select the students who are in my period 4 class. And I'm going to press Save. So now when I go into my editor, let's say that I need to make modifications to an exam. And in fact, I'm going to make modifications to my midterm exam here. Notice it's right now hidden in my editor. When I click into my edit mode here for this exam, the first thing I want to do is up in my upper right corner, clicking on this symbol here, the 2 people, I'm going to choose my group. So let's say this is period 3. In period 3 now, I can now title this midterm, period 3. I can now make settings for period 3 that I want them to be. And then I'm going to press Save. So those settings are only made for my period 3 students. Now I need to go back and make one more modification because I forgot to unhide it for my period 3. So again, I'm going to Settings, Visibility. Instead of Teachers Only, I'm making this Student and Teachers only for my period 3 kids. And I'm going to press Save. So again, even though this is still hidden in my editor, the students in period 3, it's going to open for them and they're going to be able to take it. Now, let's say I have modifications within my period 3. I'm going to go back up to my white wrench in the upper right. I'm going to go back down to Manage Groupings, and it's going to take me back to my period 3, period 4. In my period 3 class, I'm going to click in, and I'm going to actually add another group. And then after I add the group, I'm going to click Edit My Groups. So this is still my period 3, and maybe this is my extended time group. Oops. So I'm going to press OK. Now, I can do one of two things. I can either A, just select who goes into the extended time. Notice that it's going to take them out of the regular period 3 group, and it's only going to give them extended time. If I wanted them in both for any reason, I'd go up to my upper right, I'd click each person in only one group off, and then I go to my period 3. When you're making modifications, you really want to keep it just each kid gets their own group. Now when I press save. So let's say my trainee 8 student who's in my extended time also needs less questions in their exam. So again, I'm going to open my midterm back up. In my midterm, again, I'm going to go up to my upper right here, and I'm going to click on the icon for groups. Notice now I have an extended time group here. So I'm going to click that, and this is for that one student who's in my extended time. So now I can go into settings if I want to, and I can say students get to see this, and their time for this is going to be time and a half. And they get 2 attempts. Okay. Then I'm going to go to questions. And let's say they don't have to do the essay question for the time and a half. I'm going to have them do it separately and with another teacher. Now when I press save, I've now made those test modifications for those students in that extended time group in my period 3. So that is a brief overview on how to create groups and how to modify assignments within your Buzz editor to go with those groups.